So guys, welcome to your morning wake up yoga. So it is going to be nice and gentle because we're just waking our bodies up. So let's begin on our mats. If you need anything to sit on, make a cushion, yoga block, you can bring that in as well. But I'm just going to be using my mat today. So we're going to begin seated. Let me just start the music. So let's begin seated. So you might want to use your block to sit on, you might want a cushion. If you're not comfortable sitting cross-legged, you can also have your feet on the floor like this, okay? So just want you to be comfortable while we start the practice. So making sure if you are not sat on the block, just make sure you're clearing some space so your tailbone, top of your head is in a nice straight line, so your back is nice and straight. And we're just going to relax the hands onto the thighs and we're just going to relax the shoulders back and down. Now you might want to close your eyes here as we just take a couple of nice deep breaths before we begin the practice this morning. So we're going to take a nice inhale and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then one more big inhale, but this time as you inhale, just hold it. And then as we exhale, maybe letting out a big sigh like you've just got out of bed this morning. And then relax. Well done, guys. So we're just going to start to circle around. So you might want to open your eyes or take a soft gaze. You're going to use your hands onto your thighs as we just circle the body. So you're just rolling the hips back and rolling the hips forward. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time warming up the spine, getting it nice and mobile before we begin our practice this morning. And then start to reverse it the other way. You can make these circles as big or as small as you want to make them, depending on what your body's feeling like this morning. If it's feeling like it needs to be super gentle, maybe just taking them really small and slow. We go one more full circle around and then bringing up your back nice and tall. We're going to inhale, we're going to reach the fingertips towards the sky. And on that exhale, we're going to place one hand down, we're going to reach the other arm across. And just take a little glance up to the sky. On that next inhale, we reach back up, and exhale, we do the same again. So just, again, looking up towards the sky as you stretch that upper arm across the body. Inhale up, exhale again, stretching the other side. Just do one more just like that. Inhale, reaching up, exhale, reaching across the body. And then inhale, reaching up. This time, on that exhale, we're just going to twist round. So one hand lands on the thigh, the other hand lands behind. You're just taking a little look over that shoulder. Take a breath there. And then on that next inhale, reaching up. And exhale, twist on the other side. Gently guiding your body round just to feel that little spinal twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swap sides. Do one more on the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to the other side. And then inhale, reaching up. This time we're going to interlace the hands above the head, so palms are going to be facing up. Then on that exhale, palms facing towards you, and just kind of roll the body back. So you're spreading the shoulders nice and wide, the elbows nice and wide. You're rolling back, and on that inhale, we're going to reach up. So just imagine you're doing like a cat-cow. So your spine is curving in one direction on that exhale, and then on that inhale, we're reaching up. Let's do two more just like that. Well done. Last one. And then reach. And then relax the shoulders back and down. So if your feet aren't there already, you're going to take the feet a little bit wider. So your feet are going to come on the floor and the knees are bent. We're going to interlace the hands. And I want you to imagine you're stirring a big pot. So again, you're getting that kind of circular motion with your spine. You're reaching forward, your hands are interlaced, and you're just stirring a big pot. Again, you can take these super small, or you might want to go a bit bigger. We're going to start in one direction. And And then we reverse it the other way. So stir in the pot in the other direction. Straight arms as we just circle the spine around in one movement. That's it. Awesome, guys. One more big circle. And then release. Well done. So making your way into a tabletop. So maybe folding your mat over now. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And untuck the toes so your top of your feet are nice and flat on the mat. We're going to inhale, belly button towards the mat. And then on that exhale, we're going to scoop it back up. Spreading the shoulders nice and wide. And then inhale, reverse it. So a few of these with your own breath pattern. So inhale, release the belly button towards the floor. And on that exhale, scoop it back up. So we're going to go for 2 more like that. And then I'm going to give you the option, guys. You can stick with this if you'd like to, or you might want to start to circle the hips around. So just circling it around, maybe coming over your wrists a little bit more. Working into the hips, working into the shoulders, working into the wrists. Awesome. One more circle. And then let's reverse it the other way. One more full circle. And then we're going to come back into our nice flat back. So back into your tabletop. We're going to take the right arm forward. So reaching the fingertips forward. And then the other hand, you can come down, you can bend that elbow. So you're trying to bring your right armpit towards the floor as you stretch that arm in front. So just let the forehead fall wherever it wants to fall. It might just be hovering off the mat, but you're just trying to push that armpit in towards the mat. Really extending that arm. That's it. Take a breath. And then on that next exhale, this time we bring it back in and we're going to thread it under. So this time your palm is facing up and we're just going to thread it under like we would thread the needle, and you're just going to rest the side of the head down. Maybe this top arm extends. So you're reaching away with both your fingertips. And then inhale, bring that hand back in. Feed that arm back through, and then you're going to take it off to the right. So this time the palm's facing down, pushing the fingers away from you, and then this other hand is just going to come onto the floor, and again you're just pushing your armpit in towards the floor. Awesome, guys. Inhale, release. Let's do the same on the other side. So extending the other arm out. Maybe bending the elbow, sinking the chest down, letting that armpit come towards the mat. Let the head rest. And then on that next inhale, release. Start to thread it under so the palm is facing up. And then let the head rest and extend the other arm across the floor. Inhale, release, bring that hand back in, release the arm, and then let's just finish off on the other side. So a little bit of space on the other side, palm facing down, extend the arm across the floor, let the other arm come out in front, and just sink your head down. Inhale, release, making your way back into your tabletop, tucking the toes under, bending the knees, coming onto the soles of your feet, walking the hands in. Now just bend the knees as much as you need to get your chest onto your thighs. And then grabbing hold of each of your elbows and just letting the head hang heavy. Maybe you sway from side to side. Taking a couple of breaths there. And then finding your way back into that center point, letting the arms fall onto the floor. Inhaling, exhaling, bending the knees and just rolling up nice and slowly to standing. So you're stacking the spine one bone at a time. Perfect, guys. Once you reach the top, reach the arms overhead. And then you're going to grab hold of your left wrist and just guide it over towards the right. And we repeat on the other side. So lift the arms up, grabbing hold of the opposite wrist, this time pushing the hips the opposite direction. We are going to do one more on each side, just to get a nice side stretch in, reaching the arms up, grabbing hold of the other wrist. And inhale, reaching up. Exhale, grab hold of the other wrist. And then release. Well done. Bringing the arms either side. Now taking the feet a little bit wider than the mat. We're going to start to sink it down. So you're coming into kind of a squat, but your back is nice and flat. We're going to come into that squat. We're going to rest our forearms onto our thighs. We're then going to push the right knee out, and we're going to bring the other arm up and twist towards the sky so you're looking up. So you're just using your arm on your thigh, just a bit of support. And then release. Let's bring the other knee forward. Let's swap. Keeping that knee nice and bent. And then inhale, release. Exhale, swap sides. Awesome. One more on the other side. And then release. I'm going to change the position so you can see me. So legs are going to stay where they are. You're going to place your hands onto your thighs. And we're just going to bring the shoulder in, and then we're going to swap. So you're just rotating the shoulder into the middle, into the midline. Perfect. So one more on each side. And then release. Now roll yourself back up to standing. And we're going to begin with our feet underneath the hips. Doesn't matter where you are on your mat. We're going to relax the shoulders back and down. So when you're getting ready, guys, we're going to inhale, we're going to reach up. Exhale, hands come together, and then we start to fold forward. So back is nice and flat. We inhale, we bring our backs back up nice and tall. Lengthen the legs, lengthen the back. Let your hands rest onto your shins. And then exhale, we fold forward. Bend the knees, let the head hang. Inhale, bend the knees, reaching up. Let the arms come overhead. Looking up towards your palms, and on that exhale, bringing your palms in towards your heart. Let's do a couple more like that. So inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center, start to fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine as you look up. Back is nice and flat. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. And then inhale, bend the knees, reaching up. Taking a glance up towards your palms. And on that exhale, fold, bring the palms in towards your heart center. Well done, guys. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, start to fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking up. Exhale, fold forward. Just take a moment there, let the head hang. And on that next inhale, guys, we're going to come up to a chair position. So you're going to come back into your squat position. And then as we exhale, we pulse down a little bit deeper with that squat. And then we inhale, we reach up. Look towards your palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do a couple more like that. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking up. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, reaching the arms forward like you're carrying a big beach ball into your squat position. Exhale, can we take it a little bit deeper? And then inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's go do one more like that. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, grabbing hold of your big beach ball, coming into your squat position. Reaching those arms forward. Exhale, can we come a little bit deeper? And then inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale. Awesome, guys. Just taking a moment there. Maybe closing your eyes, relaxing the shoulders down, just seeing what's happening with your body, feeling those. Maybe you're tingling, Maybe your muscles are feeling warm. Maybe you can feel your heart beating a little bit faster. Awesome. And then open the eyes, relax the arms down, bend the knees, and we're just going to walk the hands out into our tabletop position. From here, guys, we're going to bring one leg behind and we're going to set ourselves up for our side plank. So you're just reaching up with your fingertips, we're drawing up through the hips. We're just going to hold it there. So a little bit of strength. Looking towards your fingertips. If you want, you can start to bring that leg up, maybe creating a little bit more balance. And then from here, you might want to grab hold of your foot and just draw that heel in, so you're getting a quad stretch. Also a little bit of balance, see how that feels. And then when you're ready, release the foot, release the arm back up, drop that foot on the floor, and then just stay where you are, but this time we're going to start to circle that arm up and around. So your body stays where it is, and you're just going to take some big circles. Lifting the arm up and around. Awesome, let's start to do the other way. So start to circle the other way around. Big arm circles, keep lifting the hips up. Last one, and then release, coming back into your tabletop. We are going to start to extend the other leg behind, the other leg wrap round. So we're going to bring the fingertips up. Now bring the hips up towards the sky. Hold it there, and if you want to add a bit of balance in, bring the other leg up. And then if you want, grab hold of that foot and just bring it into your quad stretch. And when you're ready, guys, extending that leg back out, extending the arm back up, and then start to add your arm circle in. One more big circle, and then start to circle it the other way. One more circle, and then release, coming back into your tabletop, toes together, knees wide, start to walk the hands out into your child's pose. Just drop the head down. And from here, the arms stay where they are. We're gonna come back in with our legs. We're gonna tuck the toes under. We're gonna bend the knees, we're gonna push back. We're gonna come back into our downward dog. So from here, we're gonna pedal the feet left and then right. So just pedal the knees like you're walking your dog, butt towards the sky. Awesome, and then maybe holding it there. Trying to get the heels towards the floor. It doesn't matter if they reach the floor or not. Just try and push the heels back. Looking towards that back wall. And then we're going to just start to bring the left leg up. So just extend the left leg up. Keep straighten that leg if you can. And then you might want to give it a helping hand through. We're just going to bring it forward. So you're going to arrive in your low lunge. So let's drop that back knee down. Lunging forward that left leg. On that next inhale, fingertips reach up towards the sky. Relax the shoulders down. And then release that opposite hand towards the floor as the other arm comes up. Look towards the sky. And then release. Now shimmy that leg in towards the center of the mat. And then just bring the hips back so you're coming into kind of a hamstring stretch. You can bring the toes with it if you prefer. And then we're going to wiggle that same foot into the outer edge of that mat, and then you're going to come into your pigeon. Now, if you can't do pigeon this morning, I'm going to show you another version. So just make your way onto your back if you can't do this one. I'll show you it in a second. So pigeon, you're going to wiggle your foot towards the edge of the mat. And then you could either stay high up or you can start to fold forward. Maybe you create a pillow with your fists, or maybe just sinking your chest down towards the floor. Now, if that's not available to you guys, you can come onto your back and you can do your figure of four. So you can place that same leg onto the thigh, push the hips out, or maybe you're grabbing hold of the back of the thigh and relaxing it down. So just go with a version that's going to suit your body this morning. Really good kind of hip stretch. On that next exhale, if you're not on your hands, make your way back up. Now the leg that's lengthened behind you, tuck the toe under, so you lift up, and that allows you to bring that leg back, and then make your way back into your down dog. If you're on your back, just make your way either into child's pose or down dog, and just hold it there. And we're going to extend the opposite leg. We're setting ourselves up for the other side, so start to feed it through. Maybe you give it a helping hand, take a nice large stance, drop that back knee down, and then on that inhale, reaching up, fingertips towards the sky, lunging forward that front leg, and then dropping the other hand down and reaching up, twisting up towards the sky. And slowly release, shimmy that leg into the center of the mat, and then make your way back into your hamstring stretch. So let the toes come towards your head if that feels nice. And slowly release it forward and shimmying that foot into your pigeon or coming onto your backs for your figure of four. Lengthen that back leg, start on the hands, and then maybe start to sink forward. Take a couple of breaths there. And just notice if you're carrying any tension in your jaw, maybe you're clenching your teeth, so just relax your jaw, relax your forehead. Awesome, guys. On that next exhale, we'll come back onto your hands if you're not there already. The back leg, tuck the toe under, lift, so you can bring that leg back through. Make your way back into your child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, start to walk the hands out. And then when you're ready, walking the hands over towards the left and then stacking that right hand on top of the left hand and just sinking the chest back down. Awesome, guys. Inhale back to center. Exhale, let's do the same on the other side. So this time placing the left hand on top of the right hand as you sink the chest down. And inhale back to center and making your way onto your backs. As you arrive on your back, let's take the knees in towards the chest. So take them nice and wide and just wrap your arms around them. Grabbing hold of your knees, we're going to start to circle them in one direction. So you're taking them in towards your chest as you're massaging your hip joints. Using that breath as we inhale one way, exhale the other. One more circle and then start to reverse it the other way. And then release. release. Well done. So grabbing hold of the outside of your feet or grabbing hold of your shins, we're going to set ourselves up for our happy baby. So relax the shoulders down. Maybe you're here today, maybe you're just grabbing hold of your calves. And then as we take an inhale here, exhale, start to bring the feet together. So the legs are staying wide still, the knees are staying wide. Take an inhale, then on that exhale, can we lift back up into a happy baby? We're going to do a few like that. Inhale, toes together. Exhale, lift them back up. Let's do 2 more. Toes together on that inhale. Exhale, lift. And then 1 more, toes together. And then lift. And then release, extending that right leg, hugging the left knee in. Flexing the toes on both your feet, pushing that right heel away from you. Now make sure you tuck the chin in so you're lengthening the spine. And inhale, release, let's swap sides. Awesome, guys. Rolling onto your side, doesn't matter which one. Coming onto your hands, coming onto your knees. And let's tuck the toes under, coming onto the soles of your feet. Now stay fully bent forward so your chest is on your thighs. On that next exhale, bend the knees and then start to roll up to standing. So you're stacking the spine, 1 bone at a time, nice and slowly. Rolling the shoulders away. Now taking the feet a little bit wider than the hips. We're going to inhale, reach up, hands come to heart center. Exhale, we're just going to come down into our goddess squat. And then again, lifting up. And then into a squat. Let's do 2 more like that. Last one. And then just hold it there. Give me a few little pulses. And then release. Slash stretch. These toes are towards me. These toes are going towards the other wall. Bend that knee and we're just going to bring that arm across. So lengthen the arm, palm facing down. Little glance up towards the sky. Try and be in a nice straight line from that foot, your hips to your fingertips. And then inhale, release. Let's swap the foot position around. So the other way. Same move, start to bend, rest of the forearm on that thigh, palm facing down, lengthen the fingertips, looking up towards the sky. And then inhale back to center, shimmy, shimmy the legs in, reaching up, taking the hands to heart center, and on that exhale, bringing them back in. And guys, thank you so much for joining me today for my little yoga wake up. I hope you enjoyed it. And guys, if you're going,
thank you, that was great.
See you later, my love.